This is the Gorge. This is a podcast where my friend Sara and I gorge ourselves on overanalyzing a game or game-related topic. Today we are talking about Mortal Kombat X for the PS4, Xbox One, and unfortunately for the PC as well.
Was it shit?
The PC port, I think, still doesn't work.
Really? Well, that doesn't surprise me at all.
It had like the same problem that like Arkham Knight had for the PC, where the game just straight up did not work.
See, here's my thing, and I know we're doing the whole where you read the story to me again thing, but I gotta say this, and I know a lot of people will be pissed off at this, but seriously, who the fuck plays a fighting game on the PC anyways? I
really don't know. Like, that's... competitive PC gaming is usually reserved for, like, RTSs or for MOBAs.
First-person shooters, stuff like that.
I don't understand the idea of playing a fighting game on a PC, considering, like, there's no... Because most fighters use sticks, like, there's no inherent advantage to playing it on the PC.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like... The idea of playing it on a PC seems like the least fun you could ever have, because like most fighting games are meant to be played with like other people, and LAN just doesn't exist anymore. So,
and if you're going to play online, like they design fighting game servers to be as good as possible, because everyone knows that you're going to be playing like on. If you're competitive about it, you're going to be playing on a console, because that's what they play Evo on, like. Console.
Yeah, exactly.
Play it on PC.
I don't understand, like, the logic of needing... Anyways, the point is, and I also sound like a horrible goblin person, because I'm still coming off of a head cold that I've had for, like, a week and a half now. But it's okay.
We've been, like, for the past, like,
month,
4 or 5 episodes, we've been alternating which one of us sounds like shit this week.
I fucking hate winter. Man, I fucking hate this fucking season.
Yeah.
It's ruining my life.
People are always like, why do you sound like shit? And I'm like, it's the weather. I'm not sick. I'm not like, I'm not, I don't have any other symptoms. I just have a scratchy throat and a cough a lot because it's fucking cold. It's
fucking cold, and it's just, people were not meant to live like this, and yet we have to.
Yep.
Unfortunately. And I'm a big fat baby when it comes to the cold, because I live in the deep south where it never actually gets cold ever. But like, to me, I'm like, it's 35 degrees outside, I'm cold. And Ben's up there in the fucking, frozen asshole of the north, like, you fucking little bitch. What is your I'm sure, and I understand that. I do.
Well, did you, I tweeted it recently, The Rock is visiting Detroit.
Oh, Jesus.
For whatever, I don't know, he's doing some promo for, I think either for Fast 8, or, I'm sorry, The Fate of the Furious.
Oh, man, yes.
Which is the best title for a movie ever, but, so, he made an Instagram post where he's like, landed in Detroit, it's so fucking cold, and I'm like, even The Rock knows!
Even demons know!
No, but The Rock is the furthest thing from a demon. He's such a sweetheart.
He's like the perfect man, it's true. Also, and we're getting off topic again, but I gotta say it, as soon as I heard The Fate and the Furious, or The Fate of the Furious, literally all I could think of was like, is The Rock going to summon King Arthur?
Oh, alright, so,
with that non sequitur.
Nasu, if you're listening to this, I want to see The Rock as a servant.
Man, that would be sick as shit. I'm already, as soon as you said that, I was like statting this dude out, and I was like, man, he'd be a fucking dope writer though, because like writers are supposed to be like the charismatic leader dude, and is there anybody more charismatic than The Rock? I think not. Like, fuck yeah, The Rock would be a dope-ass writer. That'd be amazing. Holy shit. Man, I want that game.
Kiritsugu was like about to fight Shiro, and he's like, I've got you now. Is that the fucking Rock?
That's the fucking Rock. Fuck yeah. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. Jesus,
So,
I'm dying.
Last time we did this, I told you the grand tale of Mortal Kombat 9.
The unbelievable story of
yes.
Mortal Kombat 9.
And if you remember, after Raiden got everyone killed,
because it's all Raiden's fault.
It's all Raiden's fault. It was revealed that Quan Chi, who was working with Shao Kahn the whole time, is actually working for the fallen Elder God Shinnok.
Right.
And he's like, all of the heroes are dead and under my control. Shao Kahn is dead. There's nothing stopping me now. And that's where it ended. Right,
which is a total, I mean, happy ending for everybody.
Yeah,
I felt
happy ending for the 3 heroes that are well, 2.5 because Raiden was one of them.
Because Raiden's not really a hero; he's more just like a preternatural fuck up. But
yeah.
What are you gonna do?
So we are going to pick up pretty much where we left off.
Really?
In the absolute shit.
We're in the thick of it now.
So, are you ready?
Fuck yeah, I am. Hold on. Hey, you two. Stop. I'm trying to listen to some fucking video game bullshit. Alright, whatever. They're just gonna ignore me. My dogs are gonna fight while we talk about fighting games. That's cool.
Alright. Okay.
Alright, fuck it. Let's do it.
Chapter 1.
Oh, Jesus.
Earthrealm is under attack by Shinnok and his demons from the Netherrealm.
Oh, of course it is.
So,
we are all
right off the bat.
Fucking just a nice... Fuck yeah, yeah, man, that is exactly what I expected. And I didn't expect anything coming into this, so fuck it.
For the record, just so you have an idea of what you're looking at, Shinnok looks like a male Maleficent.
Oh, totally does. He even kind of has boobs. I don't know what's up with that.
He's got the hat and everything.
Man, that's amazing.
So that's who we're dealing with. Okay,
he's got some really shitty little Wheatley arms for a fighting game character.
Well, he's a magician and he's kind of undead.
One of those assholes. All right.
So Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade, and Kenshi are riding in a helicopter with several soldiers approach towards Raiden's Sky Temple.
Not the helicopter! You dumb motherfuckers! What have you done? Run for your life!
So I want to, because I mentioned Kenshi and
like the one from Kenshi Muyo. Oh wait.
That pretty much everyone from what I'm calling Dada, which is Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Mortal Kombat Deception, and Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
Oh, I get it. Haha.
Pretty much every character they created for those games is awful, right?
Right.
Like, they're terrible. Right. But you're probably thinking, come on, all of them? Really, all of them?
All of them?
Kenshi is the exception to the rule.
Okay.
Kenshi was cool enough to actually be in MK9 as DLC. He is the only character from those 3 games to be in MK9.
Well, good for him.
And
good for him.
He is a blind psychic swordsman.
Fuck yeah, I'm already on this guy's side.
Who looks like that.
He looks dope as shit. Fuck yeah.
He is like the coolest dude ever.
Good for fucking him. You know what? He looks like he's fucking competent. Like, maybe something fucking good is gonna happen for once. Not that it is, but whatever.
Alright, so Kenshi discusses the mission briefing, that Shinnok is poised to corrupt Earthrealm's life force, the Jinsei.
Right.
During the flight, the helicopter is attacked by a scorpion who massacres several soldiers, including the pilot.
No fucking shit. I knew it. You know what?
The helicopter couldn't even make it 5 sentences.
We didn't even make it to the next fucking paragraph. We are in paragraph 1 of your script, and it begins with, and then the helicopter crashed. Wait, what the fuck? We just got started. No, the helicopter crashed. Are you fucking serious? Yep.
So, including the pilot before attempting to deal with Cage and Kenshi. While Kenshi handles Scorpion, the Revenant Sub-Zero massacres the remaining soldiers before attempting to deal with Cage.
Okay.
By the way, Sub-Zero, who was a robot in the previous game, got turned into a cyborg, is now back to being human because Cyborg Sub-Zero did not go quite as well over as NetherRealm hoped.
Oh, but it looks so cool.
It did look really cool, but you can't have Mortal Kombat. You can't have your intro trailer with Scorpion fighting a robot. Like, it doesn't work. So it has to be... Fortunately, Cyber Sub-Zero is in the game as the DLC character Triborg.
Oh, okay.
So like... you can still pick him, but he's not in the story mode anymore.
How did they, like, retcon that? They just kind of went like, whoops.
Well, Sub-Zero, like, because he's dead,
Right.
And he's a revenant under Quan Chi.
Oh, okay.
So Quan Chi's like, you can be human again.
Oh, okay.
Sort
well,
of.
that fucking
so he's
works,
just,
I
you're
guess.
human. Yeah. So
Cool.
the fight culminates with Cage tackling Scorpion out of the chopper as
Nice.
Sonya crash lands a damaged vehicle.
Well, you know, yeah, good job breaking it, hero. Yeah, alright.
Cage deals with both Scorpion and Sub-Zero on the ground before reuniting with Sonya and Kenshi while they continue to the Sky Temple on foot.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Good for you. You know,
They'd have to.
Johnny Cage manages to pull his head out of his ass in the first 20 seconds of MKX, and I'm already proud of him. All right.
At the Sky Temple, Raiden and Fujin is the wind god, to go alongside Raiden,
Right.
are killing a near-endless supply of demons, but stop when Quan Chi appears, bringing the revenants of Curtis Stryker, Sindel, and Cabal. And you know Raiden's like, oh fuck, it's Cabal!
It's fucking Cabal! Man, I hope Cabal fucks him up. Please tell me Cabal is the one who gets to fuck Raiden up.
He mocks Raiden for leading his former allies to their deaths before sicking him on the gods.
Yeah! Fuck
So it just
yeah!
sends him out. Quan Chi and his three revenants are slowly but steadily gaining ground, pushing Raiden and Fujin back. Once they reach the doors of the Jinsei chamber, Shinnok makes his appearance, using his amulet to blast the two gods into the chamber before attempting to trap them inside of it.
Oh boy, there's a lot going on already.
Yeah. Oh, you don't know anything yet.
Oh Jesus, I'm
This is
sitting
some
here
Game
like
of Thrones shit.
it's some there's a lot of characters getting thrown around, and I'm just going
Yeah.
like, okay, so Shinnok is the weird elder god.
Yeah, Shinnok is the
Okay.
Maleficent-looking motherfucker, and he
Right.
is, Quan Chi works for him, and he's trying to, like, bring him back to full power, basically.
Okay, right. Carry on.
So, Cage's intervention prevents this. Shinnok blasts Kenshi with the amulet and blocks a barrage of machine gun fire from Sonya. So
Awesome.
Sonya's just like, I will use a gun.
You know what? Yeah, I'm always in favor of use gun. Because it's
Yeah.
kind of like nobody ever really thinks to in these kind of situations. I mean, I guess, you know, it's usually because they got bullshit magic garbage going
Yeah.
on. But, like, why not try? You know? I always thought, okay, this is a non sequitur, kind of. I always thought, like, in, like, games like Final Fantasy VII, when Sephiroth is going on his thing, why didn't anybody just think to use a gun?
Well, yeah.
To, shut his monologuing up. Not so much to kill him, because I know there's a bunch of bullshit going on, like, in Final Fantasy VII, but, like, shoot him. If you don't want to hear him monologue, just shoot at him.
Even if he does magic block the bullets, like, at least you tried.
Yeah, you know.
You might get lucky. So, this is another non sequitur, but there is a character in the Discworld books, one of the highest wizards in the series, who owns a 7-foot oak staff.
Yeah.
And he doesn't use a lot of magic, he prefers to hit things with the staff.
I appreciate that, for sure.
And his logic is, if they're strong enough to withstand a solid blow from a 7-foot oak staff, they're probably immune to magic too.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm into that.
Alright,
Okay.
so,
Some machine guns.
So she and Johnny attempt to go toe-to-toe with the Elder God. He effortlessly defeats them both and attempts to kill Sonya with his magic.
We just got started. Can we not kill off any characters anymore? Please?
You're
I'm
like,
still traumatized.
Raiden's like, I only have the few left. No.
There's only a handful left, and frankly, I'm still traumatized over Cabal. So can we, like, try to keep, like, the body count to maybe a semi-minimum right now?
So, fortunately, Cage dives in front of the blast, his body glowing with a green energy that renders Shinnok's magic useless.
What?
Cage was not aware of this power, but he physically pummels the Elder God before winging Shinnok's amulet to Raiden, who traps Shinnok inside of it.
What?
So,
He's just, like...
So, Johnny has always had something called shadow energy. It's what he uses to do his projectiles. He has, like, a green glowing energy about him. He does, like, flash kicks, and he can throw fireballs with it.
Right.
He's always had it, and, like, but in a world of magic like this, he's the only character who has it. And he's not even sure what it is. Like, he just found this ability and he has it.
So he's spent literally however fucking long he's been alive being like, well, I guess I can throw green energy balls because reasons.
Yeah, so he's just like, I'll be an actor, and so, like, I don't need a special effects budget, I am the special effects.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But he's never had it fully consume his body like that.
You know...
So, like, he gets covered in an energy and he uses it to block Shinnok's magic.
Right. I wish I could go through life being half as inept as some of these characters. You know, I work really hard, and if I could go through life being half as stupid as these characters, my life would be a lot fucking easier. Oh, well.
Alright, so Raiden tells Johnny to keep Sonya in the chamber, as its properties will heal her injuries, and Cage marvels that she used his first name for the first time.
Oh,
there's
getting into that subplot.
It's a really cute scene where Kenshi is like, or he's holding Sonya in his arms while she's unconscious,
right?
And and Kenshi is like, the revenants are still out there. There's still people being massacred. The war isn't over. Why are you smiling? And he's just, she called me Johnny.
Wow, that's cute. Well, good for them. Good for you two. I know where this is going because I know about the best character in Mortal Kombat, so carry on.
So cut 25 years in the future. And older Cage
course.
Is recounting the story to a new squad consisting of his daughter, Sergeant Cassie Cage, Specialist Jackie Briggs, Takeda Takahashi, and Kung Jin.
Fucking Cassie Cage. Let's
Cassie
do this.
Cage is the best.
Fucking Cassie Cage.
Cage remarks that the green energy he admitted was something in his genetics, and Jin wonders why Cassie never developed the same energy.
Wow.
Cage then draws the team to their next mission. There is trouble brewing in Outworld, and the Grand Master of the Lin Kuei, Sub-Zero, has gone silent, and they need to find out what's going on, retrieving him by force if he will not go willingly.
Okay,
Just before the mission...
Okay, so everybody's still dead, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Most everyone is still dead.
That's really awkward. Okay.
It is a little awkward.
Okay, carry on.
So just before the mission starts, they discuss the turbulent situation in Outworld. While there is a non-aggression pact called the, I forgot what it's called. The Reiko Accords. That's it, the Reiko Accords.
Amazing.
Between their world and Earthrealm, a new emperor, Kotal Khan, is facing a civil war. If he loses, the rebels will not honor the pact and war could brew again.
Amazing.
So, right now, everything's kind of, like, very, very fragile. Like,
I just love in like fantasy situations like this, stories like this, where like really, really political shit, it's a really stupid game. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm loving everything I'm hearing, but Mortal Kombat is also like bone stupid, right?
It's really dumb.
So then you hear shit like a non-aggression pact, and honestly all it does is sell to me just how stupid this shit is, in the best way. You know what I mean?
Because, like, you know, we're talking about, like, you know, political, like, leadership and who has the actual rights to rule over a nation.
Right.
But it's between, like, a guy who looks like this.
Some goofy, weird Ganondorf from Twilight Princess without his shirt looking motherfucker.
Yeah, basically Aztec Mayan Ganondorf.
Yeah, that looks about right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then, you know, and it's between him and the chick with razor teeth.
Yeah, you know.
So
I mean, that's a really serious story being told.
Yeah.
Like, really something that resonates through the ages. Like,
yeah.
Very deep and serious bullshit. And I feel like it has a lot to do with today's turbulent political times.
Yes. Oh,
you know?
Absolutely. Melina is Hillary Clinton and Kotal Khan is Trump.
You know what? Now I'm really, really rooting for Razor Teeth Bitch. What's up? You know? I'm really rooting for Razor Teeth Bitch. Fuck yeah. So yeah, I'm really into the trying political times of the Mortal Kombat universe. Tell me more.
Okay, so Chapter 2. Meanwhile, Kotal Khan is riding with his minister Devora and Kano, who is willing to sell out the location of the rebel leader Melina for a great deal of gold.
Oh,
Kano. So Kano's back being a shit.
You are the most fucking piece of shit chump character in the history of piece of shit chump characters, dude. Like, I don't understand.
By the way, Devora is probably the coolest new character in the series.
Okay.
Like, Devora is this crazy bug lady.
I'm into it.
Is like, she can shoot bugs out of her body, and she like can spit acid, and she has like spider tendrils that can erupt from her back. She's fucking rad as shit.
That actually sounds pretty fucking dope. All right.
Yeah.
I'm on board. Yeah, like sure.
And it's the weird thing where like they push her a lot in this game, but like it's not done in a really annoying way because she's so cool.
See, that's the right way to do it. Because you always want your cool new character to actually be cool. Mm-hmm. All right.
And not be like, oh, she's not. She's the opposite of Poochie.
Okay.
You know, like you know, where they're pushing her, but she's actually. So anyway, so while Kodo and Kano haggle over the price, D'Vorah leaves to help clear an overturned carriage blocking the party.
No.
Meanwhile, Melina is on the rooftop with her lieutenants Tanya and Rain, where they discuss their plan to ambush and murder Khan.
Well, you know, sure, bitches get shit done.
Yeah. So by the way, Rain is the purple ninja.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you why Rain exists.
Oh boy.
Rain is a former prince of Edenia, which is the like nicer. It's the nice neighborhood of Outworld.
Right, it's the nice part of hell. We had this conversation last time. I remember, kinda.
Rain is the purple ninja, and he is a prince.
Right, and that's
Rain is the
I fucking got. Mother.
This is literally the only reason Rain exists.
I fucking hate this game. We're done. I'm done. Hey, I'm done. You know what? It was a good podcast, dude. But I fucking hate puns, and I fucking hate MKX already. I'm out. Yeah, it was good times. I'm gonna go to fucking Seattle, and this podcast is over permanently. What's up?
Show's over.
Show's over, guys. No more podcast. Oh, yeah, alright, I fucking got it.
If it helps at all, Rain is technically from MK3 and he wasn't in the story mode because NetherRealm doesn't really care about him.
Well, that's great. Does he die soon? Is that the point of this conversation?
No, you'll see though.
Okay.
And by the way, Tanya is basically the female yellow ninja.
Right.
And she is also Melina's concubine, basically.
Oh.
Someone straight up calls, like, in like, the versus mode, someone calls her Melina, like, she refers to her as Melina's concubine, and she doesn't deny it.
Well, damn, get it, girl. All right. Yeah.
And Tanya's pretty hot, so, like...
Yeah, all right. Fucking get it, girl. Good for you. Get yourself... Yeah, you and your razor teeth. Get you a girl.
Yeah. To be fair, in MKX, they rolled it back a little bit.
Oh...
So
they
she
rolled back the razor. Aw, come on.
She has lips, but she still has the razor teeth. But they're just. She also has lips, so she can actually form vowels.
Well, that makes sense, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Well, good for them.
Yeah. So anyway, well, they discussed their plan to ambush and murder Khan. Back in the carriage, Kano attacks, revealing Melina hired him to kill Khan. So Melina's desperate.
Melina's desperate. If you're really, I mean. That's a level of desperate that I didn't know anybody could reach, because I've learned from this, like all of this that we've talked about, is that Kano is fucking useless and can do nothing right.
Like, and keep in mind this is 25 years later, and Kano probably didn't stick with the workout regimen that like Johnny and Sonya did.
Right? Yeah.
So he's a fat old man now.
That's awesome.
And surprising no one, Khan escapes to the carriage and defeats Kano.
Really?
But is soon stopped by Tanya. She works with Melina because once Melina regains her throne, she will restore Edenia.
Right.
Khan defeats... Because basically, what happened last time is Edenia basically got absorbed by Outworld.
Right.
And so Melina says that if Tanya works with her and once Melina gets the throne back, she'll separate the worlds again.
Okay.
And so Edenia will go back to being the nice part of the neighborhood and not full of monsters.
Right. Okay.
Right. So Khan defeats Tanya and attempts to make his next move on Melina. Rain traps him in a water bubble, but Khan's power destroys it.
Rain, water bubble. Fucking stupid.
he's the water ninja.
Yeah, fucking stupid.
Khan defeats Rain and attempts to finish him off, but Melina uses her secret weapon, Shinnok's amulet, and its dark energy obliterates Khan's followers.
I was really hoping you were gonna just say it was her razor teeth, but I'll take that too. You know, like she uses her secret power. What's that? She ate them all with her dope razor teeth. I guess not. Alright, well, sure. Magic amulet! That came out of nowhere. That at least I think
Khan manages to fight it off and defeat Melina, but Rain teleports the rebel leader away.
How? Never mind. You know what?
Rain, ninjas can teleport, okay?
Yeah! Ninjas can teleport other
every ninja has
people.
a way to teleport.
And ninjas can teleport other people. That's the part that I'm really just... You know what? Sure. You know what, dude? Absolute. Wait, why did Rain do it? Oh, right, because he was going to kill. Okay.
Yeah, because Khan was going to just murder Melina right out.
There's a lot going on, okay?
There's... If you at any point get confused as to who is on which side, it's okay. It's okay. You can be like, wait. You can be like, wait, which team is he on again? Because this is literally like Game of Thrones where you forget who is allied with who and at what time.
All right. I'm into that.
Right, so, Chapter 3. Sub-Zero is sitting outside, peacefully meditating at the Lin Kuei Palace where he's told Cassie's team has arrived.
And then he gets attacked by ninja cyborgs! What?
He says to allow them inside. Cassie and her team confront Sub-Zero thanks to Jin's reckless behavior, he springs an ambush.
Ow.
One by one, he fights the team, asking Cassie what her mother would think of her rash behavior, asking Takeda why his skills didn't reveal Sub-Zero's presence. He talks with Jackie about her father and their shared dark history, and berates Jin for his reckless bravado.
Well, okay. So that's kind of like being attacked by cyborg ninjas. All right, go for it. And anyways, I would like to point out, because I'm a big Cassie Cage fan already, and I know nothing about this character, he's like, what would your mother think? Your mother shot at a dude with a machine gun, so she'd probably be pretty fucking proud, I'm just saying. But, whatever. Carry on.
Yeah. After all four members are subdued, Sub-Zero reveals the truth. Cage and Sub-Zero set this up as a training exercise.
Oh.
He tells the team they show promise, but they need to work together as a team.
Oh. So it's like some friendship building bullshit?
It's basically like... Basically because all of the male characters have now become dads in some way.
Right.
So, like, you need to be friends with each other. They're all trying to encourage teamwork.
Okay. So Jackie is
Jax's daughter.
Okay, is Jax still dead?
Jax is alive.
Okay, so he survived the end of MK9.
No, he died, but they brought him back. It happens later. You'll see.
Oh, what? Okay.
There's some stuff that goes down. You'll see. It's funny.
Oh boy, I'm excited.
So Cage gets a message from the now General Sonya Blade. Outworld refugees are pouring in by the hundreds. Their leader Li Mei is talking with Sonya and Raiden. So Li Mei is another one of the Dada characters, and Li Mei was in the boat of, she's all right,
but not really like anything important.
Not really anything special. She's basically just another purple ninja type character,
right?
And in this game, they kind of, instead of killing her off, they kind of did right by her, and she's just kind of like a ref, like, trying to escort refugees from Outworld into Earthrealm to keep them safe while the civil war is breaking out.
I'm really just astonished by the fact that, like, these characters can be done right by, because Mortal Kombat characters in my mind just kind of exist to die. And so, like, the fact that they can get proper characterization now, I'm still having a hard time grappling with it.
Well, okay, so, funny story, like, originally, in the first, like, generation, like, from Mortal Kombat 1 through 3, there were, comics and TV shows, right?
Right.
So, the big appeal of Mortal Kombat is fatalities. But you can't do that in, like, the cartoon or, like, the comics or anything because you'll run out of characters.
Yeah, exactly.
So they would just invent one-off throwaway characters and just kill them. But now, because this is a rebooted timeline, and it's, like, universally agreed that most of the canon game cast from the 3D games, the Dada games, is trash, now they get to be cannon fodder.
Yeah! That's awesome! Oh man, video games are stupid.
And no one cares. So yeah, so it's great. So
video games are stupid and I love it.
They are.
Yeah.
So Li Mei tells them of her village's destruction and tells of Melina and Shinnok's amulet. So Raiden leaves to verify whether or not Shinnok's amulet is actually missing.
Hey, can Raiden not do fucking anything? Like, literally, bruh, you need to just sit on your little god throne or what the fuck ever you're doing and do nothing. Stop helping.
Like it's literally at this point, Raiden had one job: keep Shinnok's amulet safe, and there's a chance he fucked that up. After everything.
After 25 fucking years! Unbelievable.
He's still fucking up. So So Lee May remarks that Johnny reminds her of a refugee who crossed over. They deduce it to be Kano, and Sonya leaves to find him, while Cassie's team is tasked to go to Outworld.
Oh, Kano. Okay.
So there's a scene, I think it's right here, where you kind of get a hint at where Johnny and Sonya are. And Johnny says, like, I'll go with you. And she tells him, no, stay with the team. And he says, why not? And then she says, because you won't be with me then. Like, she says, because that way you won't be with me.
Oh.
Like, implying that she's only keeping him away because she doesn't want to deal with him. So
that's awesome.
That's what 25 years have done.
Well, yeah, if I had to be married for 25 years to an idiot, I would too. Although I'm guessing they're divorced.
Yeah, they're because she's Sonya Blade, so yeah, they are divorced. There's actually a pre-fight dialogue. If you do Sonya and Jax, Jax will call her Mrs. Cage, and she will get super pissed.
Yes, my girl. What's up, girl? I'm with you. Awesome.
So, Chapter 4. Kung, Jin, and Cassie feud as they walk through an Outworld market. They are interrupted by Aaron Black, who demands to know their business in Outworld. So Aaron Black is another new character, and he is the Troy Baker of the game.
Really? Troy Baker plays him?
He is, like, you can just say he's the Troy Baker now. Or wait, no, or is he? Yeah, he's Troy Baker, okay.
Or is he Matt Mercer? It doesn't matter, he's still the Troy Baker.
I was going to check, because like one of Matt Mercer's most popular characters, he is also a weird cowboy man.
Awesome.
What's great is that, like, all the new characters...
he is basically just McCree, but not as cool.
Like evil McCree. Like all the characters kind of get, like, a little brief, like, fitting into the game kind of thing. Like, they have a little bit of backstory in the main story. Aaron Black is weird, because he's literally a cowboy from the 1800s that apparently at some point Shao Kahn is like, you're cool, I'm gonna make you immortal so that you can stay in Outworld and do merc work for me.
That totally makes a ton of fucking sense. Yeah, like, absolutely.
He's just straight up a cowboy that's been living forever.
Yeah, like Undead Cowboy. Why not? Because we don't have enough weird character archetypes already filled in this fucking game. Go for it.
So he demands another business in Outworld. Kunjin tries to negotiate with the mercenary, but stops when he notices a man being executed for stealing bread.
Jesus Christ.
Kunjin gets upset and goes to intervene. Jin rescues the man and then defeats Black, and the team then teams up when Farah and Tor attack.
Is that the chick from Overwatch as well?
No, Farah and Tor are basically a little gremlin and a hulking monstrosity. They're like a duo.
Oh, okay. So it's like one character in a fight?
Yeah, one character in two. And basically the idea behind their species is that Farah, the little imp, will grow up to become like Tor.
Oh, okay.
And then she'll get her own little imp. Like, form a symbiotic relationship.
Well, that's kind of weird, but it's kind of cool. Like,
it's a pretty neat concept for, like, lore building type thing.
There's a lot of lore in this game. That's what I'm learning.
A little bit, yeah.
That's a little surprising, honestly, that there is so much in Mortal Kombat. So yeah.
Yeah. And they are working with Kotal Khan.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So they attack, and Jin defeats them. Devora arrives with more forces and chastises the group, but decides to honor the Reiko Accords and consult with Kotal Khan.
Okay.
The team wastes no time criticizing Jin for his brash behavior.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, well, you fucked up.
Right,
but he recounts a time several years ago when he broke into Raiden's temple to steal a statue given to Raiden by his family. Angered because of Raiden's failure to protect his cousin Kung Lao from dying at Shao Kahn's hands, like everyone else.
Like every fucking else. Yeah, it's kind of like... Honestly, I would probably try to steal from Raiden, too.
You deserve it, Raiden.
You really do deserve it, my dude. Yeah. You fucked up. And people are still giving this asshole things?
So, Jin fights the god, who allows him victory, hoping it will dispel his anger. Raiden encourages Jin to join the Shaolin monks.
Oh, well, Okay, now I've got more questions.
Okay,
more stupid questions. It's like, so he's the Japanese god of thunder and lightning, but he's like, I need you to join this Chinese order of karate, kung fu monks. Sure. Yeah.
There's nothing that says he has to stay in Japan.
You're right. I'm being
sometimes your boss recommends you for a job with a different company.
Yeah.
You know?
God, my computer keeps trying to go into sleep mode, too. Stay with me,
awake.
Stay with me, you asshole. I need to keep remembering.
Both of you stay awake.
I'm trying so hard. Work with me here. Okay, keep me awake.
Okay,
Tell me more stupid Mortal Kombat stuff.
So Kotal Khan judges the group back in the present, and he accepts the story of Li Mei's refugees, but is angered when it's revealed that Shinnok's amulet is what Mileena is using. Khan judges them as spies of Mileena, but Jin demands a trial by combat and defeats the Emperor. Instead of death, Jin asks for the Emperor's service, and they will work together to defeat Mileena.
Okay, so Mileena is the bad guy in this story?
Well, she's always been the bad guy. She was the daughter of Shao Kahn. She wants to rule because by rights of being Shao Kahn's daughter, she should be able to rule over Outworld and continue where he left off.
I know, but the other guy is named Khan as well, so I just kind of assumed he was the bad guy.
Yeah, that's another kind of confusing thing. Kotal Khan is not related to Shao Kahn at all.
Oh, they just used the name?
Yeah, Kotal Khan is an Aztec, like a Mayan god. Basically.
Right, he's Mayan Ganondorf, I saw.
Yeah,
okay.
Like, he's completely unrelated to Shao Kahn.
That's really weird.
I don't know if there is an explanation as to why they have the same last name, or if NetherRealm's just like, well, we need a Khan in here.
Right.
Like,
okay.
we need to have someone who fights like him, but yeah, so Kotal Khan he's not really a good guy either.
Okay, but he's more good than Mileena, kinda.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
So Melina's still just a straight up bitch.
Yeah, Melina's still pure evil.
Okay, cool. I'm with you, man. Go for it.
Okay, so Chapter 5. Sonya is searching for Kano when Raiden tells her Shinnok's amulet has indeed been stolen. Good work, Raiden.
Holy shit! Oh my god. Oh my god. How?
I know.
How can anyone... Christopher Lambert, how is anybody as useless as you?
He just keeps fucking it up.
He keeps making Highlander movies. That's all it is. This is basically Christopher Lambert who won't stop making Highlander movies. The same thing is happening with Raiden. It's like, stop helping. You need to retire to Miami and let somebody else do your job because you clearly don't fucking know how to do it. Yeah. How? At this point, shouldn't like some sort of because you told me there's like weird like upper level gods, like special fancy gods. At some point, like super gods, I guess. At some point, one of the super gods should come down and be like, dude, this is your pink slip. You need to clean off your desk and fucking go. No,
we're
you
moving
can't
in a different direction. A less thunder-based direction.
One with less of you in it because you don't know what... If I was half as inept as Raiden is, I would have been fired years ago. And I just make t-shirts.
Yeah, and I mean, if you got like 12 people killed at your job... Yeah, you would be fired pretty quickly.
I'd be fired pretty quickly and in jail, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. All I do is make t-shirts, dude.
Yeah.
And if I fucked up half as bad, I would be out on the streets. So, this guy... I don't know. I need to find out what... I want his gig. So that I can be that inept.
Yeah, I want that
time.
Job security.
Fuck, right? Gee, okay.
Yeah.
Fucking
Alright,
shit.
so...
Alright, so the fucking amulet's been stolen because Raiden sucks.
Yeah, so she talks with Johnny and dismisses him. Johnny criticizes her for caring more about her work than her family.
Well, you know, Johnny, you're an idiot with your own name tattooed across your chest. So, in her defense... I would probably divorce you too. The first time, I bet that's how it happened too. Johnny Cage walked into the house one day and said, look baby, I got my name tattooed across my chest. And she went, your own name? And he went, yeah, because that way I know what's important to me. And then she went, we're leaving. And that's the story of how Sonya Blade and Johnny Cage got divorced. Because, honest to God, I wouldn't care about that dumbass either.
Well, he had it in MK9. So
right.
It's interesting because like in MK he had it in MK because like so here's kind of a weird thing is like I think every character from MK1 is in X. Mm-hmm. And they all got classic costumes. So their very first designs they got as DLC. You could pick their original designs.
That's fine.
Johnny didn't. Oh. Johnny got his MK9 design because his original design doesn't have his name across his chest. So they had to do the MK9 one.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
But no, it's actually kind of interesting because like you would think that it's Johnny's fault they got divorced, right?
Right.
And
I mean, he's an idiot, yeah.
And that Cassie would side with her mom more.
No.
But Cassie is a total daddy's girl.
That is awesome!
Like Cassie loves her dad. Like,
that
absolutely
is awesome.
loves him more. And Sonya and her are, like, super estranged.
Really? Okay.
Like, in their versus dialogue, like, they barely have any love for each other.
I really hate that you've made me incredibly invested in the Blade/Cage family drama. It honestly pisses me off, but I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah, so like, it's like, because you would be so obvious, like, you'd think, these guys aren't exactly the most, like, the story's interesting, but they're not the most stellar writers. You would go for the obvious thing. This clown shoes fuck up Johnny is the reason that Sonya got divorced, and his daughter thinks he's a screw up and whatever, all that kind of stuff. But no, she's totally on board with all of her dad's stupid puns, all of his clowning around.
Oh my god.
Like, she loves it.
I'm invested. Congratulations.
All right.
You have me invested. Go for it.
Alright, so, well, you're about to be more invested, because here it gets good. A flashback to 20 years ago, where Johnny and Sonya are investigating Quan Chi's fortress. Mm-hmm. After discovering a magical device, Johnny and Sonya are confronted by the sorcerer, as well as Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Jax. Mm-hmm. So this is back when they're still Revenants. So,
oh, right, so Jax is still dead at this point, so this is where you tell me what happened.
Yeah, so this is another thing that's kind of, like, hilarious, is that, so this game revives a few of the Revenants, but not all of them.
Right.
And you can tell which ones are going to be revived, because Scorpion and Sub-Zero, like, have high-def textures and model work. Jax has, like, special techno-organic arms instead of his normal robot arms.
Right.
And guys like Cabal and Stryker are just retextured MK9 models.
Aw, come on. So Cabal still stays dead? That's some old bullshit. Man!
Well, they couldn't bring him back because he'd be too broken in this game.
Cabal deserved better, dude.
It's balancing issues.
Where's MK11, Cabal's story? That's what I fucking want.
Okay, so Sonya defeats Scorpion and Sub-Zero, but Johnny is stabbed in the neck by Jax. As he lies mortally wounded, a revenant bearing Johnny's shape begins to emerge from the magical device. It's basically, I don't know why they use device. It's a giant, like, pool of magical ooze.
Okay.
Alright, so Sonya defeats Jax and tends to Johnny. Raiden appears and tries to reverse the spell.
Oh no.
He is successful until Quan Chi intervenes.
Oh no.
Sonya beats the sorcerer unconscious.
Good.
And this is my favorite part. By repeatedly stomping on his testicles.
Yeah!
And this is the best part. It's a quick time event.
Yes!
She shoves Quan Chi to the ground, and she just raises her boot up, and just 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
Amazing!
And you get this guy, like, you remember what he looks like, right? The white skin and, like, the crazy evil armor. Like, imagine if, like, they beat Sauron by stomping on his nuts. Like, that's what
amazing.
it is.
This is why QuickTime events were invented. Not for David Cage's nonsense bullshit, which has forevermore tainted my love of video games. No, this is why QuickTime events were born, my friend. So you could do really awesome bullshit in the middle of cutscenes like this.
Like stomping on a wizard's balls.
Stomping on a wizard's balls. That is why QuickTime events exist. Not for some stupid bullshit. We're not talking about David Cage.
No.
This is why. And God bless Sonya Blade for doing it. Good for her.
So, I am a little bit disappointed because, like, in MK9, like, they went full sexy with all the lady characters. Like,
right?
You've seen it. They're full on.
Yeah.
Like, full. And then there was a bit of a backlash, and the other one's like, okay, we'll roll it back a bit.
I mean, that was pretty cool of them.
It was cool. But this scene would be a lot better if she were still wearing her combat stilettos, don't you think?
Oh, you're right. Alright, the one time combat stilettos are actually important. Other
combat
time...
boots are still appreciated, because those are heavy.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, the pinpoint of a stiletto would...
You're right.
That would have been good.
You're right.
Right.
You're right.
Okay,
and by the way...
Yes.
There's nothing more shocking, other than the fact that Mortal Kombat has a plot, than the fact that the guys who made Mortal Kombat, of all the video games in all the world, they are the ones who said, you know what, let's dial back the sexiness to, like, a human level of sexy.
Yeah. Right? Like, even they're like, yeah, you're right. We'll roll it back.
And I mean, like, the girls are still sexy.
Yeah. But they didn't roll it back entirely. Like, I showed you Tanya. She's wearing, straps, but she's like a mystical ninja type character.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a human. It's like a.
Yeah.
They look like
toned
people.
down. Yeah,
they look like actual human beings.
Sonya's still hot, but she's wearing military gear, and
it's amazing.
They're still, they're willing to roll it back, and they're Mortal Kombat.
I mean, that just blows my mind, because Mortal Kombat, for me, my whole life has been synonymous with, like, cheap, cheesy, like, sexy, the sexy chicks with the big boobs, and just, like, it's all cheap and cheesy and really tacky.
It's been total dude bro for decades, and it still is. I'm not saying it's a pinnacle of feminism now.
Right.
But it's better.
Yeah, it blows my mind that of all of the developers, like all of the fighting game devs out in the world, NetherRealms, the guys who make Mortal Kombat, were like, you know what? Maybe our sexiness should be like normal human being sexiness, not like fucked all bimbo sexiness.
Yeah,
and it's amazing.
Exactly.
Good for them. Blows my mind, by the way. So yeah.
Stomping on his balls allows Raiden to not only reverse the spell on Johnny, but to restore the other 3 evidence back to life. So, while healing Johnny...
Okay, you're telling me that Jax was brought back to life by the power of a ball stomp?
Yep, yes.
Fuck yes! Exactly. Fucking yes! Awesome. Best game ever.
And that also brings back Sub-Zero and Scorpion as well.
10 out of 10, 100 out of 100. Yep.
So, while healing Johnny, Raiden is hopeful that, if the other evidence are found, he could reverse Quan Chi's magic in the same fashion, restoring them all back to life. So, yeah, again, you need to stomp on Quan Chi's balls to reverse the magic.
That is incredible. So they just, please tell me, they're just gonna, like, hang on to Quan Chi and just stomp his balls whenever they need to.
You'll see.
That is a yes. Fuck yeah.
So, back in the present, Li Mei, Sonya, and Kenshi are searching for Kano. They find him, and Kano offers information in exchange for his freedom. When that doesn't work, he threatens Cassie, causing Sonya to pummel him.
Good for... Yeah! Fuck yeah! Awesome!
Sonya is stopped from choking him to death by Johnny. Kano gives up the location of Mileena's rebels and the amulet, which he passes along to Cassie.
Hold on. I just like, he's like, I'm gonna do all this shit, and then Cassie's like, no, or not Cassie, excuse me. Sonya's like, no, I'm gonna fucking choke you, and he's like, I'll tell you anything you want. Amazing.
Literally, in the cutscene, the only reason Johnny stops her is because they need information.
That is awesome.
He doesn't give a shit about Kano.
Because Kano is a fucking chump. Yeah.
He's like, stop, Sonya, stop, you're gonna kill him. And she, like, gives him a look, and he's like, we need that information.
Awesome. That's amazing. Amazing. You're making me, I really want to play this fucking game. And it's really annoying that I do. Okay.
Alright, so Chapter 6. Cassie gives the information to Khan that the rebels are based in the Kwatan jungle. Devora suggests that she will sneak in and take the amulet while the army engages Mileena. Cassie offers to come with, and Khan assents.
Okay.
So, in a flashback, Devora is discussing Mileena's poor reign as Khanum with Kotal and Reptile. So, like, she's, like, as the temporary ruler. With Kotal, Khan, and Reptile. While she is not pleased with Mileena's reign, she is uncertain that Kotal should rule.
Right.
Their talk is interrupted by Mileena, who demands their execution, only for Reptile to point out that Mileena is not the true heir, but a creation from Shang Tsung's flesh pits.
I'm glad that term came back. I'm glad you brought that term back, because, boy, flesh pit. It's like a really gross armpit.
So, Mileena orders her forces to attack, but Ermac refuses and attacks her. Baraka attacks Devora, only to be killed by her. So Baraka's dead now.
Aww, rip Baraka.
So this is, one of the oldest characters in the franchise being killed by the new character.
In a flashback.
Yeah, so, in any other game, you'd be like, oh, fuck off.
Right. But Devora is pretty cool.
You'd be like, oh, quit pushing the new character this hard that she's so great that she gets to just kill everyone, But for any other character, you'd do that. But Devora's fucking cool, so it's okay.
You get away with it because that's literally all it takes is you've just got to be like a certain degree of cool. And I guess Devora reaches that degree. Good for her.
Yeah. So,
Good for her.
Melina is placed in the dungeons while Ermac, Reptile, and Devora pledge themselves to Kotal.
Okay.
So now they're all on Kotal Khan's team.
Right.
So, back in the present, Devora and Cassie sneak into the camp to encounter Tanya and Rain. Devora beats them both, but spares their lives at Cassie's insistence.
Okay.
Melina then arrives, and Devora defeats and captures her. Kotal decrees that Melina will be executed and allows Devora to finish her with her flesh-eating bugs.
Nice.
So, Devora, basically, she makes out with Melina so hard that she vomits bugs into Melina's stomach, and the bugs eat her face.
Ugh.
So...
Ugh.
So Melina's dead.
So she's just straight up dead?
She's dead now.
Really?
Melina
Just
is
like
dead.
that?
Just like that. The new character killed off Baraka and Melina.
Shut the fuck up! Holy shit, okay. What the fuck? I thought Melina was gonna be the bad... Wait, I thought Melina was gonna be the bad guy. Who's the bad guy?
So did everyone.
What the fuck?
We're halfway through, and the villain is now dead.
What the fuck? Holy shit. Okay.
So, Kotal then kidnaps Cassie and her team, stating that he will guard Shinnok's amulet, and they will be prisoners for use in negotiations with Raiden.
So, Kotal is the bad guy.
In a quiet moment, Devora contacts Quan Chi, where it is revealed she is a member of the Brotherhood of Shadow. So she's working with Quan Chi, not with Kotal.
Oh, okay.
So Devora's actually working with Quan Chi the whole time.
So is she actually a bad guy?
Yes.
Okay. There's so much going on.
She is plans to steal the amulet and bring it to Quan Chi. She kills the guards guarding it and makes her escape.
How the fuck did the amulet get... Please tell me somebody tells me how the amulet got stolen.
Melina took it. That's why she has it.
She just straight up, like, walked in and took it? That's how ineffective Raiden is?
Raiden's that incompetent that she can just take it.
You know what?
Oh.
I fucking hate Raiden.
Join the fucking club.
I fucking hate Raiden. Every time I turn around, this fucking character. I was hoping, you know, because I was hoping that I would get, like, a backstory to, like, you know, how the amulet was taken, and it was this sneaky moment, you know, like some fucking ninja, like, snuck in. It was, like, this big thing. No, it just turns out Melina just kind of, like, walked in and took it because Raiden is that...
Snuck, you know, she you know, dishonored it, you know, just, like, she took advantage of his poor vision cone. Oh
my god.
Just took it, yeah.
I was really... Jesus Christ. Okay.
So, Chapter 7.
I fucking hate Raiden.
Soda and Johnny visit Jax at his home. So, by the way, Jax retired and is now a farmer. with his
dope robot arms?
With his wife and his military-grade robot arms, he is just... You can actually pick his farmer outfit. He's literally wearing a red flannel shirt and overalls.
I love MKX. You just sold me on Mortal Kombat X. Thank you so much. I am so sold on this game. Holy shit.
So he's just the farmer man, and he's like, you know, I'm gonna retire. I'm done with this. I was dead for a while. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm gonna retire with my wife and my kid, and I'm gonna be a farmer where no one can bother me.
I'm gonna grow some stuff. Good for you, Jax. You go live a normal life.
I'm gonna put fertilizer dispensers and weed killer in my robot arms, and I'm gonna just live the life.
Amazing. Incredible. Good for you, Jax. You go be a normal, boring-ass farmer. You deserve it after having your arms literally ripped off.
Yeah.
Good for
and being
you,
dead
dude.
for 5 years.
And being dead for 5 years. I didn't forget that part either, but, you know, like, good for him. Okay.
So, after a short discussion of Jackie and Jax's past, Sonya asks Jax to go on a mission to the Netherrealm as Quan Chi has resurfaced.
No, he's got some shit to harvest.
So she's like, hey, well, like, and it's gotta be Sonya and Johnny because they're like his only friends, and they're like, hey, buddy, do you wanna maybe come?
If this game ends in Jax dying, I'm out.
Yeah.
Oh.
You'll see.
Oh,
they're like, just hey, buddy, do you want to have one more go around with your old buddies?
No, don't do it.
He's like, oh, fine.
No, don't do it.
Okay, so
they hang out with Raiden still. You're doomed.
So back in Outworld, Cassie and Jin discuss the impossible standards they have to live up with famous relatives.
Well, you know.
So, you know, Cassie's mom is General Blade.
Right.
And Jin's cousin is Kung
awesome.
Lao.
Right.
Like, and by the way, Kung Lao is not the first Kung Lao. Like, he inherited the name.
Right.
And, like, it goes back to a long line of great heroes. And, like, he has a scene where he's like, every family dinner, all I have to do is hear about how fucking great Kung Lao is.
Is it really, like, phrased like a family dinner?
It's literally like that. Like, every time the family gathers, I have to hear about how fucking great Kung Lao is.
That is hilarious. Amazing. So everybody has normal, boring-ass family problems.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And so Takeda and Jackie bond over their absentee fathers.
Good for them.
So Takeda forms a plan while a guard comes to bring them food and overloads the guard's senses while he is inside Takeda's cage. So, oh yeah, by the way, Takeda's Kenshi's son, and he's psychic, too.
Right. Okay.
So he has minor telekinetic powers, yeah.
Okay,
so,
sure, why not? I'm just rolling with it.
Yeah, in a flashback from 5 years ago, Takeda is finishing his Shirai Ryu training with Hanzo Hasashi. So when they brought back Scorpion, he retired from being evil.
You can just do that?
Well, like, because the only reason he did it is because he had to work under Quan Chi, because Quan Chi controls the Revenants.
Oh, so he's just kind of like, well, I'm just gonna fuck around now.
Yeah, so now that he's human again, he's like, well, I'm just going to rebuild the Shirai Ryu, and just going to do my ninja stuff. And also, I refer to him as Hanzo Hasashi, because he's not Scorpion anymore.
Oh, that's his name!
He gets really mad if someone calls him Scorpion.
Well, good for him. That's really interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So, after defeating him, he meets with Kenshi. Takeda angrily criticizes his father for never visiting, and abandoning him following the death of his mother, Sushin.
Man, everybody's got some fucking daddy issues in this game, except for Cassie Cage.
Everyone. So, Hanzo explains that his mother was murdered by the Red Dragon, and Kenshi left Takeda with the Shirai Ryu to protect him. Kenshi then shows Takeda the abilities of a telepath, promising to hunt the Red Dragon when they are done. So, most dads, like, in order to bond with their kid, takes them fishing, or takes them to a football game. Kenshi's like, you know how we're gonna bond? Murder.
Hey, listen.
Like, he's
That's
like...
how I'd bond with my kids. Let's be real.
Yeah. You know, he's like, I know, I literally, Kenshi left Takeda with Hanzo to train him in order so that one day the two of them can go get revenge on the clan that killed his mother.
I mean,
like, straight up.
That's not really how I'd go about child rearing.
No.
It doesn't seem very smart, but okay, it worked.
But you know what's really weird? On the list of modern day video game dads, Scorpion is one of the better dads.
God, video games are so fucking weird.
Scorpion, like, really actually cares a lot about Takeda.
God, video game. Like, really? Really?
Yeah. Hanzo cares a lot about Takeda, and, like, because he raised him basically from, like, from being a little kid to an adult. Like,
I'm so invested.
He really cares a lot about Takeda.
I'm so invested right now. I'm just like, oh my god, Scorpion, he stepped away from being evil, and now he's just a normal guy, and he wants to take care of this kid. And I'm like, oh no, I'm really caring about these characters, and I haven't even played the game. I just really like the archetypes I'm hearing here.
It's weird that out of all the four dads, like, yeah, they have their issues, but, like, all four of them are really good dads.
That's
like,
really weird.
It's not mentioned, but in this cutscene where, like, the four of them they're in their cells and they're talking about their parents and stuff, like, people, like, Takeda tells them about, like, how he used to hate his dad, and they're like, dude, you and your dad are best friends. Like, you really hated him for a while?
I know, that's so weird. And man.
He's like, yeah, I used to despise him for abandoning me, and they're like, but now we're best friends. We patched it up, and now we're great.
That's like, so bizarre.
There's no bad dads in this game. The only bad dad is dead now, and that was Shao Kahn.
I can't believe this. I can't believe that Mortal Kombat is like the shining example of, like, good dadhood in video games. Because, like, we've been talking about Persona 4 pretty recently, and, like, that's full of nothing but shit dads. But Mortal Kombat, the game about pulling people's, like, skeletons out of their bodies intact, because that makes sense, that game is a shining example of good video game dadhood.
Yeah. It's really weird.
Mortal Kombat's really fucking weird, and I'm really into it. Like, wow. Okay.
Okay, so, Reptile, back in the present, Reptile, Aaron, and Ermac examine the guards D'Vorah had slain, and Reptile sniffs out Cassie's team.
Okay, so Reptile's a bad guy now, right?
Reptile's working with Kotal Khan.
Okay, carry on.
He used to work with Shao Kahn, and he's kind of like more neutral than evil.
Right,
but
he's
he
just trying to
more
get
or less
paycheck.
aligns himself with evil when the opportunity arises.
Okay.
Like,
He's one of those assholes.
Yeah. So Takeda fights off Reptile and Aaron, but gets his senses overloaded by Ermac's multiple souls. But he prevails and the team leaves to trail D'Vorah. So finding Cassie's team freed after D'Vorah's treachery causes Kotal Khan to think D'Vorah is working for Raiden. Kotal prepares the legions to attack Earthrealm.
Oh, why? What?
Because he thinks D'Vorah betrayed him and released the special forces.
Right?
But she didn't. She's working with Quan Chi, and the special forces escaped on their own.
Oh. So why is he attacking... What?
Because he's pissed off that D'Vorah betrayed him.
So he's... Okay, cool. Okay.
What he thinks D'Vorah freed the special forces.
No, I got that part. Yeah, for sure. So he's just gonna, like, attack all of Netherrealm, right?
Earthrealm. He's going to attack Earthrealm.
He's gonna attack Earthrealm. Just because of that?
Because he's pissed off, because that breaks the Reiko Accords.
Oh.
He thinks that's what happened.
Okay, I got you now.
So he thinks they broke the Reiko Accords, so now he's like, well, fuck it, I'm going to war then.
Okay, now that makes sense. I was confused. I was like, that's a really small reason to get... Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, Cassie's team tracks D'Vorah to the Sea of Blood, where Jackson informs them there is a portal to the Netherrealm.
Well, of course there is, in the Sea of Blood. Of course there is.
Yeah. Chapter 8.
Oh boy.
Jax is in the Netherrealm with Kenshi. Together they meet up with Sarina. Now, Sarina is a character from Mythologies, which, I don't know if you know this. That is the PS1 game starring Scorpion. Where they took the Mortal Kombat engine and adapted it into a 2D side-scrolling brawler.
Oh. They brought that back? Man, they really do. Well, they will bring back any fucking character, won't they?
It's interesting because out of all of the games that are canon in the rebooted timeline, only Mythologies is canon because Sarina is there.
That's really weird.
Mythologies is a prequel to MK1, and the timeline diverges at the beginning of MK1.
Oh, that's so weird. Oh, that's so rad.
Everything in Mythologies still happened.
That's so weird, man. Okay, that's pretty cool.
And Sarina used to be a villain working with Quan Chi, but thanks to Mythologies and the first Sub-Zero, Bi-Han, talked to her and convinced her to work for him now.
Oh, okay. So she's a good guy now.
Yes, she's a good guy now.
That's
nice.
So
she informs the duo that Quan Chi, having gone so long without Shinnok as a power source, is weakened and must travel conventionally. So he can't teleport anymore. He has to travel on foot.
Right.
So that works out because Kenshi can set up an ambush and springs it when Quan Chi and his revenants approach.
Are they going to stomp on his balls some more?
Maybe. Sindel and Stryker provide cover fire while Cabal charges the forces, only to be forced back by Kenshi.
No, Cabal! I've been rooting for you this whole time!
I know. But like, just imagine like Quan Chi traveling with Sindel, the Queen of Edenia, and 2 cops. Because that's what Stryker and Cabal are. They're just cops.
They're just cops who got turned into evil zombies. You're right. Oh my god. Oh my god.
And then Liu Kang and Kung Lao attempt to breach the blockade with Quan Chi in tow.
Whoa,
wait. Stopped by Jax.
Whoa, wait. Liu Kang is back?
Liu Kang and Kung Lao are still dead, remember? They're evil.
Oh, that's right.
They're revenants.
Oh, shit. That's right. Okay. You're right. I forgot. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I knew that Liu Kang was dead, but I forgot that being dead also means being a revenant now. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, man. Sorry, Liu Kang.
So, Liu Kang and Kung Lao, like, the 2 poster boys of heroism and goodness, are fucking evil now.
That's pretty fucking dope, actually. Yeah. Alright. Cool. I'm into that kind of shit.
So, Kung Lao stalls him and is defeated. Jax chases after Quan Chi, but is stalled by Sindel, who tries to knock him off a cliff.
Don't fucking kill Jax again.
Sarina is struggling against Katana, where she tries to help her overcome Quan Chi's magic. So she's trying to be like, I did it, you can do it too.
Right, Right.
It's actually like a really nice scene where she's like talking about how Bihan freed her and like
nice.
brought her back, and like it's actually kind of sweet.
That's
in this
nice.
sea of violence and gore.
Does she then die?
No.
Oh, that's good. Good for them.
After Jax steps in to assist, Striker Knight will make a ball retreat while Jax chases after Quan Chi. He defeats Liu Kang and knocks Quan Chi unconscious, bringing the former sorcerer back to Johnny and Sonya in Earthrealm.
We're gonna stomp on some balls.
So, Chapter 9. Sonya has Quan Chi in custody and recalls Cassie's team. Hidden away, Hanzo Hasashi and the Shirai Ryu are prepared to ambush, but Hanzo explicitly forbids his men from killing.
Okay.
So they're going to attack the special forces, but Hanzo says you can't kill any of them.
Why are they attacking the special forces?
And you'll find out.
Oh.
Hanzo steps out and demands Quan Chi from Sonya, demanding his death. Sonya refuses, stating that Raiden needs him alive to undo the magic binding the other revenants.
Yeah.
Hanzo orders the Shirai Ryu to attack, and he personally subdues Sonya, Kenshi, and Johnny.
No!
As he goes to kill Quan Chi, Hanzo recalls a meeting with Sub-Zero, formalizing peace between the Shirai Ryu and the Lin Kuei.
Right?
So, which is really cool, because after all these games and all this time,
right.
Sub-Zero and Scorpion are going to be friends now.
They're gonna finally bury the hatchet and be allies. Good for them. Okay.
So, Sub-Zero wishes to tell the truth of the past between their two clans. Sub-Zero shows Hanzo the memories of Sector. So, off screen, Sub-Zero killed Sector. And, because Sector is the red robot.
Right.
And so, like, in between games, he's just like, yeah, I killed Sector and I have his memory core now.
Oh, well, I guess that makes sense. Sure, why the fuck not? That kind of streamlines things. Why not? Go for it.
So, where Quan Chi reveals that he personally killed the Shirai Ryu and framed it on the Lin Kuei.
Right.
So, for this, Hanzo decrees that Quan Chi must die.
No!
As Hanzo is about to kill the sorcerer, Devora appears with the amulet and throws it to Quan Chi.
Son of a bitch.
The sorcerer completes the spell to release Shinnok just as Hanzo decapitates him.
Ah! No!
Now released, Shinnok subdues Hanzo, Sonya, and Kenshi, having Devora take Johnny with him so he cannot be left free to interfere. Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Kitana, Sindel, and Smoke arrive to serve Shinnok, and the fallen Elder God resumes his 25-year plan to poison the Jinsei Earthrealm. You would think that if Sonya had just been like, dude, no, we have to stomp on his balls to bring our friends back. If she had said that,
yes!
I think Hanzo would have relented at that point.
That's the point. That is when you go, you know what? That's actually a fate worse than death. Go ahead.
Really, literally, it's... They all wanted Quan Chi dead.
Yeah!
But they were just like, wait. Wait until we're done with him.
Wait,
and then
5
you can
minutes.
have him.
Son of a bitch, can nobody just, take a fucking breath in this game? People need to fucking talk. People need to fucking communicate.
This is the ultimate in, poor communication kills.
It's so true. It's such old-fashioned bullshit.
If
That's
Hanzo
so
had
stupid.
just listened for, a second.
5 fucking seconds, bro. Come on. God damn it. We were so close to more ball stomping.
Yeah, I know.
God damn it. So now Liu Kang is still dead.
Well, we are not done with ball stomping yet.
Oh, sweet Christ, really? Okay.
Chapter 10. Raiden sits with Bo Rai Cho after discussing Shinnok's amulet was...
Wait, who?
Bo Rai Cho is one of the other characters from the Dada.
Okay.
Who is he's alright. Well, he's very divisive.
Okay.
Bo Rai Cho is a drunken master.
Oh.
And he's a big old fat guy.
Nice.
Who uses a lot of burps and farts in his combat.
Ew.
And he uses vomit as an attack, too.
That's not a good... Never mind. I want this guy to die.
He's he's a very divisive character because on the one hand, he's, canonically one of the strongest and most important characters in the franchise based on just, status.
Oh.
But on the other hand, he's a gross old fat guy who farts and burps a lot.
That's really nasty. Yeah, I'm rooting for this guy to bite it. Alright.
So, they discuss that they're discovering Shinnok's amulet was a fake and discusses his desire to restore the Revenants to their normal forms. They don't know that Quan Chi's dead.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So,
Raiden is the most useless god.
He is. Raiden retires to the Jinsei chamber in order to recuperate, and then awakens to find Bo Rai Cho is under attack, incinerated by Shinnok.
Yeah! Fuck yeah, that was easy.
Now, this is interesting, because it's not quite clear if Bo Raicho is dead or not. Because he appears as DLC in the game.
Right.
And he's never shown being dead or alive. He just gets lit on fire, and then he, like the camera switches over. So
okay.
We're not sure if he's dead or not.
They're hanging on to that character.
Yeah,
okay.
So we'll see. So Shinnok instructs the Revenants not to kill Raiden, as he wishes to imprison Raiden inside his amulet after the Jinsei is corrupted. Raiden fights the Revenants, but is badly injured. It is a curb stomp symphony.
Well, good. They all deserve to curb stomp him.
I want to try to find the GIF, or I want to send you the video afterwards, because it's the way they beat him up is they basically kind of encircle him and kind of push and shove him around until he falls to the ground, and you have all of Earthrealm's greatest warriors get in a circle and just kind of kick him in the ribs. like a
schoolyard bully. That's exactly what they deserve.
Bullshit. You have these masters of the martial arts just kicking him around, and it is beautiful because he deserves it.
He deserves every fucking second of it. That is exactly what I wanted to hear happen to Raiden. Because what a fucking incompetent asshole. I'm waiting for his inevitable death. Please, God, free me from this shitty character. I'm tired of Christopher Lambert, dude. I'm done with it, Highlander was a good movie, but if there's only one good Highlander movie. And after that, I'm fed up with him, and I'm fed up with Raiden. So, let me get this over with. I'm done with this character.
He still attempts to stop Shinnok, but Shinnok holds him in one of his stone arms, allowing him to bear witness to the Jinsei's corruption. So Shinnok enters the Jinsei, which glows red with his corruption. At the Lin Kuei Temple in the refugee camp, Sub-Zero and the refugees watch the sky turn red. Back in the chamber, Shinnok grows in power, and Raiden holds out hope that the others will come.
Look, Raiden, you are useless. And if they show up to help, they're gonna die because you're there. So frankly, I hope you're boned, dude.
Yeah, your incompetence field will spread out to them.
Exactly. You can infect them with your stupid. I feel like if you get too close to anybody, they're doomed. That big old fat guy just died because you were around.
So, also, for the record, his name is Bo Raicho, which is a pun on the Mexican word for fat drunk, which is borracho.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So.
Good for them.
Again, no one really cares about the Dada characters, except for Kenshi.
Yeah, Kenshi's the only cool one. And everybody else is just a bunch of fucking useless assholes. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so, Chapter 11. Cassie's team is flying to the Sky Temple, but the corruption of the Jinsei forces Jackie to land the plane. While walking, again, at least it's not a helicopter. It's
I was literally about to ask. They're not in a helicopter?
No, it's a plane, so it's okay. Plane's okay.
Okay.
Okay, so while walking to the temple, Takeda and Jackie flirt before setting out, only to be stopped by Kotal Khan and his forces.
Oh no.
So that's the sentence I told you about.
Oh no.
Because the way it's worded more implies that Kotal Khan is not stopping them from moving, but stopping them from flirting.
Leave room for Jesus!
Kotal Khan's just no dick for you, Jackie!
Sorry, kids. I'm here to do a hand check.
Gotta be 6 inches apart, kiddos!
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, man. You got cock-blocked by Aztec Ganondorf. That's another level of cock-block, dude.
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry, Takeda. That is rough.
That's a different level of blue balls, my friend.
Yeah.
I am sorry. Ugh.
Yeah, they were just about to go for it, then he's like, nope.
Never mind. Motherfucker. God damn. Okay. Sorry, dude. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
Unless he dies at the end of this fucking game.
So if you pit Jackie and Jax against each other, or not Jackie, if you pick Takeda and Jax, one of their pre-fight dialogues is this because I'm dating Jackie? You're dating Jackie?
Yes! Awesome. Oh man, that's awesome. I'm so glad this game exists. Holy shit, this is exactly what I would want from a fighting game, like 100%. Amazing.
I know, it's great.
Amazing.
So Jackie organizes a tactical retreat and ambush, crushing Reptile when he attacks. She is chased by Ermac, but she attacks and defeats him. She moves to help Takeda, but is stopped by Ferrator. And after defeating the symbiote, she tries to reason with Kotal Khan, only for him to decide to capture Cassie's team to buy time to shore up Outworld's defenses.
Man, she's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so Jackie then fights and defeats him to prevent this from happening.
That's fucking awesome!
Jackie's the new Cabal.
Fuck yeah, she is! Holy shit, Jackie is amazing.
So,
man, the chicks in this game kick ass.
Yeah, they're great.
Holy shit, yeah.
The rest of Outworld's horde surrounds the team, but Sub-Zero and the Lin Kuei arrive to keep the horde busy while the team heads to the Sky Temple.
Okay.
So, Chapter 12.
Oh boy.
We're almost done. It's okay.
Oh boy.
Cassie's team sneaks up to the temple while Smoke, Liu Kang, and Kung Lao try to find Raiden's temple to heaven. The team... I guess his temple also leads to heaven now?
Okay.
Yeah,
they should definitely lock that door.
Yeah, they should really keep that under wraps. You think?
You know, like if it's like if Raiden's got like a secret stairway to heaven, that was stupid and completely unintentional. But if Raiden's got like a secret door to heaven, you know, like and he can knock on it and ask for some sugar, I would really hope that they would all pretend to not be home. You know?
Yeah.
Like, just keep him out, because he's fucking incompetent. I wouldn't trust Raiden to draw a bath, you know?
I know.
Like, without the Coast Guard and like, the Marines on standby. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I definitely wouldn't let him into, like, heaven, because fuck only knows he'd find a way to ruin that, too.
Yeah.
Like, no.
It's really embarrassing how much they keep trusting him to do things.
It is. Honestly, I'm ashamed of these super gods for even, like, letting Raiden do anything. And I mean, like, anything. Like,
I know.
Like, he shouldn't be allowed to wipe his own ass at this point, because when he does, he sneezes and something changes 30 years in the past. You know what I mean? Like, we just need to, like, freeze him like Captain America.
Raiden goes to the grocery store, 12 dead, 15 injured.
You know? Like, he's just that level of incompetent. I just don't get it, man. I'm waiting for MK11 where you tell me Raiden died, and I will be like, thank you, God. It's finally over. Everybody's suffering can end. Thank you. You know? Because it's fucking ridiculous at this point. This fucking asshole should not be allowed to keep ruining people's good lives.
Alright. So, the team attacks, and Cassie defeats Sindel, but Kitana injures Jackie and Takeda. The two of them stay behind to hold off the remaining revenants, while Cassie and Kung Jin go to the Jinsei chamber.
Right.
Cassie immediately moves to help her father, who is slowly being eaten by Devora's bugs.
No!
So you know, there's a scene where, like, you see him, and he's, like, surrounded by, like, hive goo, and, like, bugs are, like, giant leeches are, like, burrowing into his skin, and he's like, hey, Cassie. Hey.
That's awesome. Good for him.
So she beats Devora, and then Shinnok emerges from the Jinsei to incinerate Johnny. But Cassie surrounds herself with the same green energy and deflects the attack.
Yes! Fucking yeah! That's fucking awesome!
So she then defeats Shinnok by punching him in the balls.
Yes! More ball stuffing!
I say this because Cassie's X-ray move in this game is an homage to her father, where she does the splits and then she delivers the punch to the balls. You know, Johnny's classic move.
Right.
So, but because it's an X-ray move, you get to see that shit in glorious HD.
Oh my god.
She delivers the punch, and then in slow motion, you watch the testicles pop.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
And you can do that to this ultra-revived Elder God Shinnok.
Oh my god. This is exactly the... Everything you've told me about MK9 and MKX is like exactly how I want my schlocky, like, overdone stories to be. Where it's totally unserious, and yet it still seems to have kind of like a weird heart and soul it's this weird combination of, like, complete, 90s garbage.
Right. But it also has that slight hint of, like, seriousness to it.
Yeah.
That just makes both of them blend perfectly.
It's like a grown-up version of a 90s Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, all the good 90s Saturday morning cartoons kind of were, like, goofy, but they also had, like, a kind of more serious plot line running through it. And, like, the two always, like, worked well together.
Yeah.
MK9 and MKX are, like the grown-up versions of that.
Yeah. Exactly, and like it's we're talking about characters who there's a bug lady and there's a weird tooth lady
and a Prince reference.
Yeah, and like there's robot ninjas and thunder gods and lizard people, but like you're like invested. You're in on this.
I totally am. Like in context, all of this makes total sense.
Yeah.
And, like, all of it just seems to kind of fit together. And at the end of the day, I'm sitting here like, the Mortal Kombat world actually seems pretty fucking fascinating.
It's really, it's this weird, like, perfect, like, setup where they had all these games and, like, half of them are bad,
right?
And, like, no one cares about half of them. But then they brought it back and they used all that crap and they fit it into the new world and they made it work really well.
And that's amazing to me that they were able to just like kind of embrace its stupid, all of its dumb shit that everybody knows Mortal Kombat for. It's like if they had just discarded it entirely and just gone full serious, it would have never worked. Like if they had just tried to make Mortal Kombat like a serious franchise, it would have never worked because it still has the Mortal Kombat name attached to it. But because they went like, they're like, we're going to write a pretty damn good story from what I'm hearing. They're like, we're going to write a pretty damn good story for a fighting game. And we're going to have like an actual, some pretty interesting characters. And it's still going to have all that goofy shit like, ball stomping and ball crunching. But like, we're going to keep all of that together and never take ourselves too seriously, but still respect the franchise that it's from.
Exactly.
That's exactly what it is that it's not too serious, but it still respects the old franchise. Amazing. Yeah.
So, and we're not done yet, so it gets even better.
Oh my god. Because like, to me, that sentence, the idea of like, she does the ball grab and it's an x-ray thing and it's a big final moment, that is the perfect distillation so far of what makes MK9 and MKX so interesting.
Yeah, and there's the dramatic music playing in the orchestral tune,
of
and
course.
like it's a big dramatic thing while she punches an elder god in the balls.
Awesome, amazing. Right. Okay, carry on.
So,
tell me more.
Casting Kungjin placed Raiden in the Jinsei to purify it, drawing energy from Shinnok and returning him to his original form.
Killing Raiden in the process.
After watching the sky return to normal, Liu Kang and the other Revenants flee, leaving Jackie and Takeda to nurse their wounds.
Oh, that's good.
Sonya and her team arrive to capture Shinnok and D'Vorah, as well as get Johnny medical attention.
Okay.
And to round it all off, there is a scene where Sonya says, "Johnny, you and your team did great." And Johnny says, "You hear that, Cass? She called me Johnny."
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, good for them.
Yeah. So, epilogue.
Oh boy.
In the Netherrealm, Raiden, now in a corrupted dark form after absorbing the evil from the Jinsei, tells the new rulers of Netherrealm that Earthrealm has always treated its enemies mercifully, yet has never exacted revengeance or demanded remuneration. So he's like, Earthrealm has always taken Netherrealm's shit, and we've never asked for anything. We've always defended ourselves.
Right?
And the only thing we've gotten is more war and death as a result.
Right?
Raiden warns these new rulers that Earthrealm will no longer simply react to threats to it, but will actively seek out and destroy any who threaten it, and he will not be merciful.
Oh shit!
To prove his point, he shows them the severed and still living head of Shinnok and throws it on the floor before teleporting away.
Oh shit!
So Raiden has nullified any and all mic drops forever.
Holy shit!
Because
so
he
Raiden
mic dropped
did
a
something
severed
cool.
head.
So Raiden finally did something cool and not fucking useless. That's what you're telling me.
What I'm getting at is that, like, the Revenants are they're dead. They're zombies,
Yeah,
right?
they're fucking dead, yeah.
He tells them there are worse things than death and shows them Shinnok's severed and living head.
Oh my god. Oh
and,
my
like,
god.
Shinnok's head is like twitching and like he's trying to groan in pain, but he can't speak because he has no vocal cords.
Oh my god.
And like his eyes are all glazed over.
Oh my god.
And then it reveals the new joint rulers of Netherrealm.
Oh my god.
Are Liu Kang and Kitana.
That's so fucking dope! Are you serious?
Isn't it awesome?
That's fucking awesome! Holy shit! So like holy shit! So you're telling me like the goody two shoes, like the symbol of goodness in Mortal Kombat.
Someone put it as Superman is evil.
And he's the king of hell.
Yeah. Liu Kang and Kitana are now the joint rulers of Netherrealm. And here's the interesting thing, is Quan Chi's dead, so they shouldn't be under his thrall anymore.
Right?
No one knows what their mental state is.
Oh my
like,
god.
Are they still vengeful? Or
Oh
are
my
they
god.
going to, like, rule Netherrealm, like, in a dignified and noble way?
Right.
Because all we see is their reaction, like, their, like, legit terrified reaction to Raiden mic dropping a living head.
Holy shit.
And so
like Raiden's like all like evil and corrupt and shit now.
Yeah, evil, so it's interesting. So by the time Armageddon happened, this happened to Raiden too. He got corrupted, I think, by Quan Chi.
Right?
And like, so he was corrupted and Dark Raiden for like Armageddon.
Right?
So it's happening here, but this time it's Shinnok's. It's the energy from Shinnok.
Right.
And by Armageddon, Liu Kang was also a zombie.
Oh.
Liu Kang died at some point and was brought back, but not as a sentient revenant, as a zombie that had martial arts instincts embedded in him.
Oh.
So, like, history is repeating itself, but in a way cooler way.
In a way cool. Holy shit. Holy shit. No, that's... Oh my god. Oh man. That's so fucking dope. Are you serious? Oh man, okay.
I'm totally serious. Like exactly, like, you know, it's exactly what you were talking about. Like, in the beginning, you know, you're like, oh, come on, this is stupid. Like, who cares? It's Mortal Kombat. It's so dumb. But now by the end, you're like, holy shit, I need to see what happens next.
You're so fucking invested, and it ended on, like, that kind of a fucking cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Wow.
Like, God, like, what's going to happen? Like,
what is going to happen? Holy shit, holy shit, that's so awesome.
Now, here's some interesting things.
Okay.
I think it's Kun Jin's story mode, like his just standard story mode beat, reveals that there's a difficult way, but it is possible to revive Revenants without Quan Chi.
Right.
But that only happens in his story mode.
Okay.
So, like, it's not in the main story. It's only in his arcade mode that you get that ending where there's a method revealed.
Right.
You don't know what the method is, but there is a chance that some characters can come back.
So, okay, here's my question. That is really fucking dope. My question is this. So, like, all of this stuff you're telling me, like, all this plot stuff in MKX is like in MK9, where it actually has, like a story mode. Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
Sorry, I stopped for a second there because I had to think of what I was going to say.
No, it's okay.
It has, like, a story mode where, like, cutscenes are playing between fights. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, it's a cinematic. It's a cinematic thing where, like, you see the fully animated cutscenes, and then two characters will be like, "Oh, well, you dick. Well, fuck you," and then they'll adapt their fighting pose, and it'll go round one. So
it's like Persona 4 Ultimax, but like on coke.
But fully animated cutscenes.
That is so fucking awesome that they actually put that level of. That is a ton of effort.
Yeah. That's a lot. And this is like a 2.5 hour, like 2 hour, like chunk of gameplay that you're going to be playing. There's a lot of cutscenes.
That is so much I can't believe NetherRealms puts that much. That is so much work. Yeah. Holy shit.
And like I said, to the point where other games like are being inspired by it. Like Street Fighter did that because of Mortal Kombat.
I mean, you can...
And like Marvel's Capcom Infinite is going to have a story mode because of because of Mortal Kombat 9.
That's amazing to me that like they're willing to put in, not only that they were willing to put in that much effort, but that other people are seeing it and going like, wow, this is a really valid way to tell a story. Yeah. We should do it too.
Yeah, and going like, this is a good... Like, it's so weird and like in a really good way that Mortal Kombat has managed to come back in such a big way.
So like, was MKX successful? Are we getting
11? It was hugely successful.
Fuck yeah, holy shit.
Like, it sold great because MK9 was so good, and like even they, like, on like Twitter and stuff, they were like, we're really glad all these new characters are working out because we know that the old ones were bad.
Yeah, man, that is amazing that it's actually like worked out for them. I can't believe that like this idea of because like MK9 is a pretty big gambit where you kill everybody off and there's like this crazy
it's like you know, you're killing off a bunch of like, you know, beloved characters that have been around forever. Like, yeah, it would be like if Street Fighter was like, oh, Ryu's dead.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, Ryu, like, Ken, and Chun-Li are now dead. Like they're gone.
Yeah, that's insane. And that it paid off so well.
Oh, and yeah.
I can't believe that. I just can't even believe, because I had no idea about any of this, of course, because I'm so behind on my video games. Wow, holy shit. Man, that's really fucking good, too. it's really fucking good.
Like, great, like situation there. They're literally in the perfect position where they can not only take what was good and bad about their previous games, but they can, like, use this reboot to really fix everything that was wrong. Like, take the characters that were sort of okay, or, like, the situations that were sort of cool, and promote them and bump them up. You know? Yeah. Like, basically redeeming the characters that are worth redeeming. Like, there's one, I didn't mention her because she only shows up once in the story mode. There's a character named Frost, who is a sort of, like, twisted, like, hot-headed apprentice of Sub-Zero.
Right.
And in the original timeline, like, she, like, I think she, like, actively betrays him or something like that, or like, he dismisses her because she's too uncontrollable.
Right.
And she's in the story mode here, and she shows up to impulsively attack Hanzo when he shows up to negotiate peace. Mm-hmm. And Sub-Zero, like, freezes her and pushes her aside. But, like, she's there.
Yeah.
So they're, like, acknowledging a character that, like, was kind of like a divisive character. Like, you know, people are like, it's divided, like, is she a good character? Is she worth keeping? But, like, NetherRealm's like, okay, we get that she's hot-headed and impulsive, so we're going to have her, but we're going to, you know, show her getting her comeuppance a little bit.
Yeah.
So, like, it's cool that they have the chance to do this with characters that are worth saving, and they have a chance to kill off characters that they're just completely ready to discard.
Right. I mean, like, that's so... I mean, I really can't believe... Especially now that you told me that MKX did really well. Like, it's amazing to me that this gambit of theirs, like, actually paid off. That, like, that they could tell... Basically, that they could tell an actual story in a fighting game and have that story be well received and have more people want more game. I mean, that's literally what I've always kind of, like, what you're telling me is kind of what I've always wanted a story mode in a fighting game to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, everybody kind of... Because, like, fighting games are always really notorious for it, and they even did it in because, like, my last real exposure to the fighting game genre was Persona 4 Arena, where, like, everybody has a story in their own story mode, and all of those stories don't really work by running concurrently, because it's all telling the same story. You get the problem
where you're like, okay, so what parts are canon and what parts aren't?
Exactly.
You know, classic Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter had the problem where you're like, okay, well, it ends like this, but it can't end like this because in this guy's story, it goes this way.
So you never know what's canon and what isn't. And like
one of the most hotly debated things is how the fuck does Charlie Nash die in Street Fighter?
Yeah.
Because, like, does Bison kill him with his bare hands? Does he get betrayed by his government? Like, does he survive? There's so many endings, and it finally took Street Fighter V to confirm that he is betrayed by the military and shot to death. But still, like, for a while, it's like, what parts are canon, what parts aren't, like, what carries over to the next game.
Yeah, and when I was kind of more paying attention to video games, like, and fighting games back in the day, back when I paid attention to, like, every kind of genre instead of a handful, I always wanted a fighting game to do that, to be like, here is a story mode, this is the plot mode, this is what is canon. Everything else exists outside of the canon, and it can give you, like, story hints, maybe, but the actual story is here in story mode. And I always wanted a game to do that, and it's really cool that Mortal Kombat 9, of all of the games, it's fucking Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, they're the ones that started it.
And they did it really well from what I can see. Yeah. That's amazing!
To be honest, I'm pretty sure the story mode is one of the reasons that MK9 sold well enough to get an MKX, because people are like, well, fuck, what's gonna happen now?
Right? Like, it's pretty good. It's pretty fucking twisty, and
like you said last time, like, it's not gonna win any awards, and it's not a groundbreaking thing that makes you think, but like you said, it's exciting.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, these characters are cool enough, and they have enough personality that you're like, I'm invested in what, because like it happened here, where you're making fun of Johnny and Sonya's relationship, and then you're like, oh fuck, what's gonna happen with them?
I'm actually really invested in their relationship, but I'm really just like, you know, it's like I was saying, it's kind of like, it's not gonna win any awards, but it doesn't necessarily need to. It just needs to, all it needs to do is make sense in its own universe, which it does.
Yeah. And
the characters themselves have to be, like, interesting and compelling enough to make me go, like, well, what happens next? I don't need Kierkegaard or whatever. You know, I don't need some incredible Citizen Kane like some games wish they could be, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't need a super serious plot.
MK, like, you mentioned him earlier, like, dude, Mortal Kombat is a more interesting and compelling story than anything David Cage can put out.
Exactly. Like, because those characters are infinitely more likable, and they have, like, normal human character. Everything I'm hearing is, like, they have, like, normal human character traits, and they're likable people, even when they do, like, shitty things. You know, Johnny Cage is a doofus, and like, you know, like, Scorpion was a bad guy, and yet he's still, like, you know, he actually cares about this kid he raised. And, like, all of that stuff makes these really interesting people, and, like, now I'm like, shit, I really want to go play Mortal Kombat MKX.
I know, right?
So that I can actually see this in context. Like, I'm really interested. So, like, dude, good for you.
There are a lot of, like, little things that I, you know, glossed over in here, like, you know, little bits of dialogue that are really good and stuff like that. So yeah, I would recommend, like, go either play the game or watch, like, an online, you know, playthrough of the story mode, because, like, it's like the amount of effort and care NetherRealm put into these games is that's really what makes it important, is that, like, these guys took fan input on, you know, the character designs and everything, and they're like, we want to bring this back in a real and major way.
Yeah, and that's amazing. I mean, like, that is such a level of, like, I guess, devotion to a franchise, knowing, and not just to a franchise, but to the fandom itself.
Yeah,
that exactly. a lot of devs don't have. And I don't mean like being a slave to the fandom either, because when you really sometimes fandom doesn't know what the fuck they want.
But when you listen to input, and you can see, like, there's an overwhelming majority of people who don't like this part.
Right.
Okay, well, we'll fix it. We'll have the chance to fix it now, and we'll do that.
That's so awesome. I mean, like...
And I just love that, like, for a series like this, who has been notorious for having stupid-ass new characters, to have every new character in MKX be a slam dunk as hard as they were. Like, all the new characters are cool. There is not a single miss in this game. Like, Aaron Black, Devora, Ferrator, Kotal Khan, like, every new character in this game is just like, yeah, they're really cool, they play really well, they have cool abilities, and, you know, their designs are stellar, they expand the lore in a way we didn't think possible. Like, they're all super solid. They were all super well received.
And it's amazing to me that just blows my mind that I really am kind of in awe at the end of like this 2-part series of just how good Mortal Kombat has somehow managed to become. Because again, Mortal Kombat has always been in my mind like the schlocky, crap, cheesy, not even, I remember when, before MK, 9 was out, like the Dada games, like you said. Mm-hmm. I remember when those were coming out, and I played one of them. I can't remember which one. Maybe Deadly Alliance? I played Deadly Alliance. I'm pretty sure that's the one I played. I don't remember anything about it. But I remember all the reviews, and nobody liked it, These were widely panned games that was just kind of like, oh, another Mortal Kombat game that nobody cares about. Yeah. That's kind of like the tone that all the reviews took. And the fact that they were kind of able to get away from that and like really take a step back and say like, well, here's our opportunity to really fix the franchise. And they succeeded in a really major way is awesome.
To see that, because you never see this. You never see a franchise come back in a way like this. Like after 4 mediocre to bad games, because there was also Mortal Kombat versus DC in there.
Oh yeah. Ugh.
Which you forgot about because everyone forgets about that one.
Right. Yeah.
But like after 4 and like even by 3. It was clear that Street Fighter was dominating the fighting game community. Street Fighter and King of Fighters and like I think Tekken around that time. Like Mortal Kombat was Street Fighter's equal for a little bit, but it was always kind of lagging behind.
Yeah, it was always like Street Fighter was like a solid fighting game, and Mortal Kombat had a gore gimmick and nothing else.
Yeah, exactly. And then to see it slope down like that and see everything subsequently get worse and worse and worse, and then to see this franchise come back and crush it so hard.
I mean, for real, it did something really... it did something so new that now Street Fighter is copying it. That is amazing.
Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat X are like on equal footing now. Like
that's amazing.
Evo has both of them like on part of their main events. Like it's so crazy to think of that happening, and I can't think of any other franchise that has managed to pull itself back like that. It would have been Silent Hill.
We're not talking about that right now. No, I'm still bitter. It's been months, but I just can't. Yeah, dude, like fuck yeah,
I can't
Mortal
think
Kombat's
of any other
awesome.
franchise that could manage to recover like that in such a major way.
The only thing I can think of, and these days it's kind of a joke, but back in the day, Call of Duty 4 really did change Call of Duty forever.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the last time, because Call of Duty 4 was a big deal, and Call of Duty 4 did kind of what MKX did, where it gave you a really, it went kind of in a really different way with its storyline. And everybody knows that scene. I don't know if you know anything about this.
I know the scene. I know the
scene of Call of Duty 4 with the nuclear explosion that changed everything. Because before then, in the same way, Call of Duty was kind of like, oh, it's another World War II game. Da, da, da.
Yeah, it's the shooter game. Okay, yeah, we get it.
Yeah, and then they did this, and now, of course, it's kind of fallen back into that. Yeah. Where everybody's like,
we can only hope that Mortal Kombat doesn't do that. But, like...
Please.
The studio just, like... It's great. In a way, it is kind of great to see them, like, shit on certain characters. Mm-hmm. Because it's... This Mortal Kombat game is kind of like the way they're treating certain characters is kind of the same way that like the Sonic Twitter treats like Big the Cat in a way.
Yeah.
Where it's like acknowledging your faults like that in a way, like blatantly acknowledging them and not trying to roll them back, being like, yeah, we messed up. Mm-hmm. We know it. Doing that really makes that company and that series more endearing.
Yeah, for sure that they're kind of aware.
They're not like they're not like mistakes were made. They're like, we fucked up.
Yeah.
We're going to kill this character off. He's not even going to be in the franchise anymore. He's done.
Yeah.
It's
awesome.
over. Or this character has a rocky foundation in the fandom, but we like them, so we're going to bring them up. We're going to include them in the story, and they're going to be an important thing. And even even characters like Li Mei, who was kind of a divisive character, when people saw her in the story mode, they're like, "Oh, hey, it's Li Mei.
Yeah.
She's in this game. That's cool."
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, it's just really...
They even, one of the DLC characters not in the story mode is Tremor.
Yeah.
And he is the brown ninja, and he is an earth ninja.
Right.
He is from Mortal Kombat Special Forces.
I remember that.
Do you remember that game where you played as Jax, and it was a PS1 3D beat 'em up. It was a fucking terrible game.
It was a piece of shit.
They brought Tremor in, and Tremor looks really cool, and he's got really cool moves, and it's just cool seeing them bring back characters and acknowledge their faults and try to promote what they think is cool and turn this franchise into something really worth talking about.
I mean, for real. I mean, it really is something worth talking about now, because that is going back to the story, which is what this is all about.
Yeah.
That is a major fucking cliffhanger. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm totally well, what the fuck is MK11 gonna be about?
That is really awesome that they're able to... I mean, that kind of sells me on MK11, and I haven't even played this shit yit.
Yeah, I know, right? We spend that it's the perfect indicator is that we spend the entire time shit-talking Raiden.
Yeah.
He's the biggest clown shoes goofball ever, and we fuck everything he does wrong. And then rolled it back entirely at that one moment where you're like, fuck yeah.
Fucking mic dropped on him. That's incredible.
I know, right? He's just Earthrealm is not taking your shit anymore. Boom.
Amazing. And then they do the thing where they're and then the golden characters of the original franchise are now the king and queen of hell. That's so cool. Oh my god, that's amazing. I mean, it's just... Mortal Kombat, man. Fuck yeah.
Mortal fucking Kombat.
Mortal fucking Kombat. Amazing. Right on, dude.
Speaking of Mortal fucking Kombat, this is a little bit of interesting trivia.
Gimme.
MKX is the first game to have significant profanity in it.
Really?
For the longest time, the Mortal Kombat franchise avoided profanity.
Really? While they were ripping out people's spines.
Yeah, it's the most gory, violent thing ever, but they avoided profanity. And I think that's kind of interesting because it harkens back to it basically being a violent Saturday morning cartoon.
Right. Yeah,
where you have that level of cheesiness in it, where no one says swear words.
But they beat people to death with their own spines.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Then you literally get Cassie just saying, "Holy fuck," as Melina's face is getting eaten.
But at the same time, it kind of makes sense, because if you're gonna have an M rating, get an M rating.
Yeah, go full for it.
Go full tilt, man. You're already rated M, so just go the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Fill out that box on the back of the game. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Go
get that
for
list as long as possible.
I mean, really, good for you guys. Good for Mortal Kombat. That blows my mind. Good for Mortal Kombat. Damn. Hell yeah.
And okay, so another thing is just more signs of holy shit they put in the work.
Right.
MK, you know how in most fighting games you'll have generic intros where a character will say a line and another character will say a line?
Yeah, I know about this part.
Yeah, MKX doesn't have those.
Yeah.
Every single character pairing in versus mode has at least 3 lines of unique dialogue.
That's awesome.
3 unique, there's no generic intros. It's all unique dialogue for that specific matchup. Even the DLC characters, even guys like Alien and Predator.
Yeah.
They have specific lines for those characters.
That is so amazing. That is a level of work to put into a game that... I mean, I can't even wrap my head around that. The fact that they were willing to put in that level of effort into, again, it's Mortal Kombat. Let's be real for a minute here. Nobody really, before this, I guess, because again, I'm kind of out of touch with video games, like I've been saying.
Yeah.
It's Mortal Kombat. You don't really think of it as a big deal.
Yeah.
You know?
So someone put it as imagine your douchebag high school friend, goes off to college, and you don't see him for 4 or 5 years, and then he comes back and he is the head of a company.
Yeah, and he's just rolling in it. That's what this is.
And then you see him in his nice suit, and his tie and his hair's, done up. He stopped smoking pot. And he sees you and he goes, "Hey, come on, let's go get drunk." That's what it's like.
You're totally right. That's exactly what it is. It's Mortal Kombat. The series that has just always been Street Fighter's shitty little brother. And they're willing now to put in that level of effort for both games is amazing. Good on NetherRealms for, honest to God, just really being willing to put in the time.
Like, Midway died.
Yeah. Pretty hard.
And they're like, no, we're not done. We're going to form NetherRealm and we're going to bring Mortal Kombat back.
They did in a really big, awesome way. Good for them. Just amazing.
Oh, it's great.
Pretty cool, dude. Pretty cool. Good job.
Thank you. I'm like...
You've sold me on fucking Mortal Kombat. I cannot believe this.
I'm surprised too, because I liked the game enough, but I didn't know it would go like this. I'm just like, I have to share this. Yeah. I have to bring someone on board with this, because
you've done a good job for sure.
People deserve to know how cool this is.
And somebody pointed out that we do overuse the word cool.
Yeah, yeah, but in this case, what else are you going to use to describe Mortal Kombat? But it's cool.
It is cool. It doesn't need to be any deeper than that. It's just cool.
Yeah.
It does things right, and it makes things fun, and it never takes itself too seriously. That's
really what it is that this game is so fun. In every definition of the word, it's just fun. They're having fun with it. They're creating a story with lore and, world building. And
you get the sense... You get the sense that, they really want to be doing this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. You get the idea that they want to make this as good as they can.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like work.
Yeah, whether or not that, you think it's the greatest thing ever written, they're putting all their effort into it, and that deserves recognition.
For sure. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
So, I think...
Awesome. I'm just I'm all smiles over here because
I know, right? That's exactly, you're just all smiles. And also, the other fact that their DLC picks are super cool.
Right.
They have Jason, they have Leatherface, they have the Alien and Predator.
Right, yeah.
And you're just oh, that's awesome.
Good for them. Yeah. I'm just all because it's kind of like I don't want to talk too much about Final Fantasy 15 because I haven't played it. But the kind of the feeling I get from FF15 is the exact opposite of the feeling I get from Mortal Kombat of MKX, where it just feels like MKX just kind of feels like fun, and everything I see of FF15 just doesn't look like that at all. And so
in the comparison, FF15 feels barren almost.
Yeah. And I just and I haven't played it, of course, so I can't.
Yeah, I'm only judging based on screenshots and GIFs and stuff I've seen online and trailers and stuff. But
but you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean. It feels less like a bunch of guys making a game and more like a well produced. I'm not going to say that FF15 is not a poorly produced game. It's a stellar production of quality and craftsmanship, but it feels that much more soulless than something like MKX does.
Yeah, MKX it is exactly what I wanted to hear about in video games right now, where it's just a bunch of fun. So yeah, good job, dude. Good for you.
So I think that'll do it for us.
Fuck yeah.
For now.
Yeah, I'm about to go on a trip, so we had to record this now.
Yes. So... Again, we do need your Christmas stories. Christmas is in a few weeks, and we're going to be...
It's
coming
next
up.
Weekend.
It's in 2 weeks.
It's not this coming weekend, it's the next one. Holy shit, do you realize Christmas is that close? I have done no shopping.
I know.
I have done no shopping. I'm so fucked.
I'm going out this weekend to do it.
Me too. Holy shit, I'm so fucked.
So, but you guys can give us a Christmas present by emailing your video game memories to thegorgepodcast@gmail.com.
Please do.
I'm posting it on Twitter. I'm going to post it on Twitter daily now. So if you want me to stop, send in your stories. You can follow us on Twitter at The Gorge Podcast. Sarah, tell us about your other podcast.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm in another podcast, right? It's called Big Gay Nerds. It's an LGBT RPG podcast featuring a bunch of really cool big gay nerds. We post kind of once a week, and it's just a live play game where we play a bunch of different tabletop RPGs and kind of try out different systems and have a lot of fun doing it. And we are having super fun with the one we're doing right now, so you should go listen to it. We'll link to it in the description as well.
Yes. Special thanks to Broke for Free for use of our background music. Link to his work in the description. And that'll be it. Fuck Dima.
Fuck Dima. We're kind of...
The Boob Tube Buddies are a group of men and women dedicated to bringing class to post-episode discussions of your favorite shows.
Whips, chains, he was up for anything. So he put on his patent black leather gloves and went to the party. Little did he know, there was no party. It was an elementary school and it was 11 a.m.
Thoroughly examining all the angles.
Man, Jurassic Park 3 was a real piece of shit.
But it had William H. Muffman in it.
Who's William H. Muffman? Did you just have a stroke when you said that name?
Sophistication and congeniality above all else.
That's how I feel every time I'm here, because she literally podcasts with her naked butt in my face the entire time. And I just really fell for Audrey at that moment.
I don't, but it wouldn't be surprising if I did, as I love to shock people with my nude body.
Don't be caught with your trousers down at the tea caddy the next morning.
Jerking uncontrollably, and Claire pulls him out.
That's what Mothman does after he gets off the podcast.
Just jerk uncontrollably. To the sound of our own voices.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
I fucking love post-editing.
The Boob Tube Buddies are currently covering Westworld, The Walking Dead, Luke Cage, Ash vs. Evil Dead, and The Gilmore Girls. You can find them on any major podcasting app, as well as boobtubebuddies.com or at boobtubebuddies on all social media platforms. Stay classy, little buddies.